Hi guys, thank you for tuning in to our Money Day feature. So we're in the month of July. New month, new goals. New goals, new successes. So before we get into it, I want you to click like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget, hit the notification bell so whenever I have a new video out, you guys can be alerted and you can go ahead and listen to get your motivation going. So I know at this point you're no longer guessing. I know at this point you know what day today is. What day is it? What's that? Oh, you guessed right. It's a Money Day. Yes, so seeing as it's Money Day, then we're definitely going to have to get into all the tidbits that we're going to be doing today on Money Day, the first day in July that we're going to be going ahead and giving you a video. So how's your Money Day attitude? Well, as we did in the previous videos, we encourage doing affirmations. I went ahead and gave you a few affirmations to do that will help set the tone for your Money Day, but more than anything else, it will give you the right Money Day attitude. So, did you go ahead and do your affirmations? Of course, I assume that you did. But just in case you're a little lost and you don't know what to do or how to do it, I want to go ahead and give you some tips. The first thing is, when you're doing an affirmation, it has to be something that's repetitive. So you're going to have to schedule a specific time of day or night, depending on how you like to do it. But for me, an affirmation is supposed to start my day. It's supposed to be the headline of my day. It's supposed to ensure that when I go out there to do activities, I am basically gassed up, I'm fueled up, I'm raring and ready to go. And of course, that's what affirmations do. Affirmations help to give you a positive self-image while helping you to approach or tackle your problems in a very positive, a dedicated fashion, and in a fashion that just has you slay all day. So now, how do we go ahead and do our affirmations? Well, one, you have to schedule your time. And then two, I personally recommend sitting in the mirror or sitting in front of a mirror, standing in front of a mirror, looking yourself in the eyes. So it's more realistic, it's more long lasting, it has an impact. And you repeat your affirmations, as I said, using I. Not you, not we, but I, to make it more personal. And there's one more thing I want to leave today with you about affirmations. In order to get the perfect affirmation, one has to look at whatever insecurity there is, whatever issue there is, and see how then you can change your perception about that issue and change how you view yourself regarding that issue. So let me give you an example. Some persons like to say persons are ugly or unattractive. Now, with an affirmation, what you have to be careful in doing is not just saying the opposite of it, which is I am not ugly. You have to ensure if the insecurity is I am ugly, one has to not just say I am ugly, but one has to say the complete opposite, which is going to be long lasting and more effective. So one has to say, for example, I am beautiful. That's a perfect affirmation to displace or to dispel the negative thought about you being unattractive or ugly. Ugly in quotations, for want of a better word. I don't like that word. But at the end of the day, there are persons who may use it. So in order to dispel that fear and to dispel that negative self-image, one has to say, I am beautiful. One could also say, I am exotic. One can go further and say, I am a masterpiece created by God. So you see, there are many different ways to instill positive self-images as well as to instill a positive reinforcement regarding something that you're insecure about or a negative thing that has been said to you over and over and over. So at the end of the day, one has to, one, sit in front of the mirror or have some way of viewing yourself to ensure that you're having a more lasting impact and you're looking at yourself. And two, one has to use the complete opposite of a negative connotation or of a negative phrase. And then three, the most important of all things is repetition. Once you're able to repeat that affirmation over and over and over. It no longer becomes a repetitious phrase. It becomes encrusted on who you are. It's now leaving an indelible mark. You're now making that mark on yourself. Once you've repeated it constantly, then you have the ability to live it. So that's it for affirmations today. So to ensure that your money day attitude is in check, you have to have some affirmations to help you along the way. And I recommend doing your affirmations first thing in the morning. So for those Christians or who go to church, as well as those who believe in God and a higher power, they may want to have their devotions first. That's fine. And for those of us who are not so God-centered, but we believe in the universe, they may want to do other things first, which may be yoga, which would help them level their energies, or whatever ritual you have as your morning activity. Once you're done with that, I recommend doing your affirmations at a specific time every day to ensure that you get that effect that you need to get to make you successful and to push you along your journey. So for today, our affirmation today is going to help us get along with our journey. So I'm going to give you 2 affirmations that you can use interchangeably during the course of the week as well as during the course of the day if you may need a lift or a pull. So my first affirmation will be, I am abundance and I am meant for success. I am abundant and I am meant for success. And my second affirmation will be, I can have, do, or be anything I choose. I can have, be, do anything I choose. Alright, so I'm sure you must have gotten it by now. So once you've gotten that, remember, sit before the mirror, speak to yourself, speak into yourself, and speak it into being. So now, the next thing I want to address on today, our Money Day, is goal setting. Now, if you've noticed, I've taken a lot of time in explaining to you what is a goal and how to set those goals. And remember that acronym, SMART goals. What does that stand for again? Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. So let's do that again. Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. So that's SMART, which has 5 letters. So your goals will have to be out of that. But there's one thing I haven't touched, and it's deliberate that I didn't touch it, because most persons, in terms of setting goals, most persons will want to set the goals and make sure it's SMART, but then they're not looking into how long it will take them. So now, outside of being time bound, you have to look at what your overall goal will be. Is it going to be a goal that's going to be a long-term goal, which may be 6 to 12 months, or it may be years? Or is it going to be a medium-term goal, which could be 4 or 5 months? Or is it going to be a short-term goal, which could range from days to weeks to even months, like a month or a month and a half? Now, for you, that's something that you would have to sit down and, based on your life journey and based on what it is you want to achieve, you'd have to sit down and get all that down. And that's where I come in. I can help you set effective goals that may be short-term, long-term, or medium-term. And I help you putting in different facets of your life with your goals to ensure that you are living the best life you can from a very all-inclusive context. And then the last thing I want to talk to you about today is a tool to help you along your life journey. So setting goals is important. Using a checklist, as we mentioned in previous videos, is also important, because a checklist helps you to be accountable, not just during the day, but also during the entire week. And remember, I said that checklists can also be time bound. So I'm going to explore one more tool today, which I find very useful, and it helps you to release the burden of having to keep in touch with many different platforms and notes that you've taken, etc. So the key thing that I'm going to be mentioning today is a vision board. So it sounds pretty simple. A vision is something that you have in mind for yourself. But remember, a vision now is going to be a collection of goals. So, and your vision board is never specific to one thing only, for example, sex and relationships. Your vision board is going to span all areas of your life. And that's what's going to help you to bring it all together in one picture. So your vision board is going to include your relationships, sex and relationships. It's going to also include your professional life, your financial life, your travel goals. It's going to be all encompassing. So this is something that's going to take time to be built. And basically, vision boards can change. They're not static, as are goals. So at the end of the day, both your goals and your vision board has the opportunity or ability to change. It depends on how it is that you've charted your life. Again, this is something I help you with. So once you reach out to me, I can definitely help you with setting short, long, or medium-term goals, as well as help you putting together your vision board in such a way that you will see progress, that you will see your executions of the different goals you have taking place in a rolling motion, which is what most of us like to attribute to progress. Progress is not just movement, it's movement in a particular direction with you achieving certain things. So that's it for today with Money Day, and I hope you've taken notes, because these things that I've discussed is what will help you make the difference from being an average achiever to being an overachiever. And today I'll encourage you all, go out there and slay, overachieve on today, Money Day. So again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I want you to do 3 things for me today. I want you to remember your affirmations. I want you to ensure that you're setting your SMART goals, and ensure that there are goals that are set for the short, medium, and long term. And lastly, I want you to look forward to setting up your vision board. And remember, your vision board will consist of a series of goals across different areas of your life. It doesn't have to be all business. It can be business and personal, and then it can be business, personal, and leisure. So you can go ahead and start setting that up. And I would love for you to reach out to me at 350-2804, so I can help you put everything together and put it all together for the bigger picture, which is going to be for being successful. Thank you for tuning into MT Motivations today, and I want you to click like, share, and subscribe. Have yourself an awesome Money Day. Bye for now.